Hi guys, Squirrel here, and welcome to another Euro Truck video. This is for the brand new Euro Truck Simulator 2 DAF DLC. This is the official DAF DLC for the DAF trucks in the game. And this one gives you accessories for the 105 and the Euro 6. So both trucks that are in the game. Never personally found it hard to make a DAF look pretty anyway. But with this new DLC, you get quite a few new accessories, as you can see here, on the outside and on the inside. So let's go through the whole lot and you can see what you get for your money. As I said during the intro, there are accessories here for both the 105 and the Euro 6. We'll go through both. There is some overlap between the two, but there's also some things that are unique to each model. Starting with the 105, let's very quickly put a nice DAF colour on here. We'll just, anything will do. There you go. Got to be DAF orange, I guess. That's close enough. Right, so let's get rid of the filters. We'll turn all the filters off apart from the standard content and the DAF tuning DLC, and that'll let you see what you're normally getting out of the box and what you also get if you buy the DLC. So let's start right at the top here. There's nothing new on the beacon front. There's nothing new on the light bar front. Moving quickly down, we've got changes to the sun visors. Now, all of these are labeled with the DAF icon. You can see you get a stock paint, you get an Aphelion paint, which is kind of like a much longer version of it, chrome version of that. You get albedo paint, which gives you some little light trims. I've put the lights on, you can see they come on. You get a chrome version of that. Then you get this thing called the Gaze, which has 4 built-in headlights. And then you get the DAF Ultimate, which is like your ultimate bling scenario. You can, of course, then attach lights onto this thing as you desire. At the back of the cab, you can see you've got a light board. You've got 3 possible light boards. It doesn't actually come on this for some reason. But you've got the Eindhoven and the Eindhoven XF. So 3 to choose from should you want to have a light board at the back. That will come on when you put the main lights on. There's 3 accessories on the windscreen here that you can do. Different emblems. You've got the Eindhoven emblem, the DAF emblem, and then LED versions like this. Again, you won't see this until you actually put the lights on, but they do light up and look quite pretty. So you can put those on either side. They're identical on either side, and then there's one in the middle here that you can also put on like that. So customization options, and then you've got stone guards. You've got 3 brand new stone guards. You've got this one called the Periapsis, which is quite nice. You've got an Eindhoven, and you've got the Tulerik, which is slightly odd because it seems to sit very, very high. Not a massive fan of that one. In fact, if you were to sit inside the cab, you can see it kind of reduces the visibility quite a bit. So personally, I tend to go for the Periapsis one. Moving on down, we've got front badges. We can mess about with the colour of the front badges now. So by default, we normally just have this stock here, as you can see. But we now have options to paint it, chrome it, and make it glow, which is quite cute. Going down to the front mask, you've got the stock one, which lets you put the accessories all over here. But now we can do painted, or we can do chrome. You're kind of seeing a chrome thing going on here, aren't you? A paint and a chrome. You can really make your DAF bling out with chrome if you so desire. Personally, I find it to be a little bit overkill. But, you know, your mileage may vary. Of course, all of these are accessorized through the various dots here. Moving down to the bull bar now, disappointingly slightly, there's only actually one bull bar. Although I say that, I don't tend to use bull bars a great deal myself. But there is one brand new bull bar called the Colossus, which is this one here. Which, you know, it kind of looks similar to maybe the Goliath. Just a slight variation on the Goliath, I guess. So it's up to you whether you go for that. Down to the lower grille guard, you can see we've got, what, 2 new options here. Normally you get things like the accent like that, but now you've got the Prospector paint and the Prospector chrome. So 2 brand new lower grille guards. To complement those, you've then got front mud flaps. The DAF painted ones. I'm sorry, I can't bring the camera down anymore. It actually restricts you in this mode. The DAF white, the DAF black, and the DAF Eindhoven. So 4 brand new front mud flaps there. Nothing on the doorsteps. Nothing on the wheel front that I could tell. There may or may not be stuff in the hubs. No, nothing in the hubs. Nothing. Oh yes, there's 2 new hub covers here. The Eindhoven Special and the Special. That's quite a nice hub cover. I like that one. Nothing on the nuts. So this is brand new here as well. Look, the front fender. Normally you just get the stock fender. Well, now you can paint it. You can paint it with an extra bit there. You see the difference? And then you can do the chrome versions of both of those, like that. So nice options here. Then a bit like the Scania one, we've got the door trim, which is like a chrome thing that you can put around the door handle. So if we just paint that, you can see it better. We've got the Special, Eindhoven, and the Eindhoven Special. So nice little trims there. Moving on up to the window trim, similar thing. Again, just like the Scania, you get these extra options here. Eindhoven, Special, and the Elegance. Quite like the Elegance. Would have liked to have seen some more options here. Maybe, you know, tinted glass or chrome glass or something like that here to sort of fill that out. Let's paint that up. And that more or less completes the accessories on the cab itself. Now, moving on down to the side here, we have, of course, got side skirts. There's quite a few of these. We've got the painted one. Let's get rid of that. So a standard painted one, as you can see, just the port on the side there. We've got the basic one, which is the chrome version of the basic. Then we've got the double toolbox painted, which I think is quite nice. It's flat on this side, but it has toolbox areas on that side. And then again, the chrome version of that, which I think looks a little bit silly. Personally, I prefer the fully painted one. Now, if you swing around the back, you then get a few extra dots. Here, you've got 3 brand new exhausts. The Gibbous, the Eindhoven, and the Collimation. Which, personally, that one is my favourite. I just think that's a really classic look. But you get 3 brand new rear exhausts. You also get chassis covers. So that's your stock chassis cover. You now get the Centurion, which is nice, but a little bit basic. And then my personal favourite is the Thor. It's kind of like corrugated look to it, which I quite like. Over to the rear, we've got the rear bumper. We've got a Centurion now, a Thor, and a Celeritas. I think that's how you say that. Notice that they all have 3 extra dots on the side of them there, so you can accessorize with some more lights if you want to. Same with this, you've got lights down the side as well. And then right at the back there, you've got these rear mud flaps. Now you get quite a few mud flaps. Normally you've only got, well, the stock one really, but now you get a blank one, overtaking ones for normal in UK. Same with these kind of wide versions of it. You've got an Eindhoven, a Special, which is quite nice because it's like got a chrome metallic look to it. A Special wide, which is the same thing but wide version. And then you've got the Eindhoven DAF wide and the DAF premium wide. Now that one in particular obviously has a blue tone to it, would perhaps match up with something on the front there, although the blue doesn't really complement the orange. But that pretty much takes you around the outside of all the accessories that you get. If we now jump inside, we can see that we have some more options here. So on the wheel side of things, let's just quickly get rid of everything but the DAF tuning pack and the content pack. On the wheel side of things, couldn't find any more options here. Nothing on the steering wheel that we can do. If we go over to the dashboard set, we've got the normal dash, which we can do here. We've now got the table exclusive and the table mahogany. The mahogany, of course, would go better with the mahogany interior like that. Oops, wrong button. So then you've got the mahogany, the exclusive, and the long mahogany, which is absolutely huge. So plenty of accessory dots here to put all kinds of things. Speaking of which, you get brand new things in here. You get the plush toy, little DAF plush toy. You get the Black Star mug, Eindhoven mug, black orange mug, which is quite a nice mug actually. The white orange mug, and then you get the 105, the Euro 6, and you get a DAF leather wallet. So a few little accessories that you can put all over the place, like this. You can put a cap down here. That's my front doorbell. You can put a cap down here, leather wallet, etc., etc. Nothing much new other than that. That dot doesn't do anything because the filters are on, so there's nothing new there. And then moving on up, we've got the curtain here. So you've got this blue plush curtain, which again, you know, would fit with some of the blue emblems that you can put here and on the front of the truck. I'm not a fan of curtains, so that's not really of interest to me. And then that is pretty much that for the 105. So quite a lot of accessories, you know, up to you how you combine them. Let's go and have a look at the Euro 6 and see what the differences and similarities are. Okay, so here we are in the Euro 6. I'm going to skip over some of the pieces that you've already seen before, but essentially same thing. No changes at all to the engine, transmission, chassis or cabin as you would expect. This is just a pure accessories DLC. Nothing new inside of here, as you can tell. I've stuck on a quick paint skin there, but again, you know, there's no paint pack here. This is not a paint pack. This is just an accessories DLC. So let's focus on the accessories. We shall turn them all off apart from the tuning pack and the content. There we go. So once again, you know, we'll skim through this. Nothing new here. On this line here, we've got the Locus Paint. Now these are different to what you get in the 105 because obviously they're different styling. So the Locus Paint and the Locus Chrome, you get the Umbra Paint, which I quite like the style the lines of. The Umbra Chrome, the Voltaic, and the Cyclopean, which is quite a nice style. And you also get to put obviously lights on here if you want to. Although disappointingly, it doesn't seem to allow you to attach headlights onto that one. It only allows you to attach these little side lights. I would have liked to have seen headlights possibly there. Then we've got the same thing as you had before. Exactly the same thing. All the same logos in all three positions that you saw on the 105. Like so. You've then got the stone guards, but the stone guards are a different style. So you've got this Inciter, which I kind of, I don't know about you, but I kind of find that sticks out. I would have preferred it if the lines went around there. It just kind of looks awkward and as if somebody ordered the wrong size to me. Then you've got the Eindhoven, which works very, very nicely. I think that looks really classy. And then you've got the Bulwark, which, again, not kind of my style. I would stick to that one myself. The windshield frame, you can adjust to painted or chrome, so you can kind of change the effect of the stone guard just by changing what's behind it, which is quite nice. Moving down to the front badge, similar thing to what you saw. You've got the painted version, the chrome version, and the glow version, which doesn't glow on the preview, but when obviously you get in the truck, it will glow. Try and get that dot there. The front badge plate. You can change the background of this thing, so bear in mind, you know, between the combination of these things, you can style this pretty much however you want, which is kind of nice. You've also got a chrome version of that, so for example, you could go chrome there and orange there, whatever you want. Then you've got these two options here. So normally you would get stock and a stock facelift. Now you get painted and chrome. That one looks a little bit in your face, in my opinion, but the painted one looks kind of nice. Move down to the front grille. You can then adjust these outlines here. So of course, in combination with what you're doing here, you can get a very different effect coming through here. So all kinds of styling possibilities. You know, things like that, for example, the black and orange works really well. And then you could perhaps, I don't know, change that to a grey maybe, or keep it, you know, make it glow. It's up to you. So lots of styles there. So you've got 4 different front grills. In terms of the bull bar, you've got the Colossus. So it has one brand new bull bar, just like the 105 does. But this one is very different. There's nothing quite like this one on the market currently, the Colossus. This is a unique style. Arguably looks like, I don't know, organ pipe work bolted together in terms of its style. But it is quite unique. I give it that. It doesn't look like anything currently on the market. And of course, you know, you've got these attachment points so you can then go wild and stick whatever lighting you want down here and go crazy on that. So that's kind of cool. And then, actually, let me just get rid of that so we can see what's going on. And then the lower grille guard, you've got 2 different grille guards. You've got the Pride Paint and the Pride, which should probably say Chrome, to be honest. Pride Paint and Pride Chrome. And then finally, you've got the front mudflaps, which are exactly the same as the 105. They just sit underneath the Euro 6. Door steps, no change there. Let's make that painted. Door trim are the same, as far as I can tell, as on the 105. If they're not the same, they're very similar, but they certainly look the same to me. And then same up here, the Eindhoven, the Special, and the Elegance are identical. And that completes the cabin apart from the fender. Now, with the fender, you get different options here. Now, normally, it would look something like that. You now get a plastic option, plastic with the extension on it. You get the chrome version, and then the full painted version. So it's kind of weird, this one, because, I mean, I'm guessing this is only the only options that DAF actually offer. Normally, if this was a mod, it would probably give you all combinations of this. So you'd have, you know, painted with a bit of chrome, chrome with a bit of paint, etc. But, you know, we've only got sort of 4 possibilities here, which leads me to think that's all DAF actually sells, because they wouldn't be happy with this showing something that they didn't actually sell, because it's an official DLC. And down to the side panel here, we've got the basic paint. Now, these are different to the 105, as you can see. The basic chrome, which is not bad. And then you've got the full protection with a single bar, like that. There's no toolbox option on this one. It's either a single bar or a double bar. So one bar lower, one bar upper, and of course you can put lights on those things as well. And then swing around the back, you've got 3 exhausts, but again, these are completely different. You've got the Tempest, which is kind of cool. You've got the Eindhoven, which I think looks really classy. And then you've got the Hellion, which is, you know, your organ pipe type look. Then here you've got the Centurion, which is again the flat, and the Thor, which is the corrugated. So that bit's similar to what's on the 105. And then again back here we've got 3 options: Centurion, Thor, and Legatus. So they're all different styles, but we still get 3, and we get some extra options down the side there that we can put on what we want, lighting wise. And then finally on the rear mud flap we've got the blank, the overtake that you saw earlier, exactly the same as what you saw on the 105. No differences there whatsoever, so that's exactly the same. So, you know, between the two, you get quite a lot of accessories for whatever the price is, €4 or something. And, you know, you can make your DAF look pretty smart, I think. Oh, and forgot to mention the inside. The interior is extremely similar to what you already saw. In terms of the accessories, they're exactly the same. Let me turn the filters back on for 1 second. DAF tuning pack. So yeah, you can see the options are no different to what you saw on the 105. You've still got your table, exclusive, mahogany, and then the long versions of those. So very, very similar to what you saw on the 105. And if you go up to here, well, lo and behold, it's got the same kind of curtain. Other than that, it's pretty much the same as the 105. Don't know if I showed you that or not, but again, they look pretty identical to me. So yeah, there you go. That is the Euro 6. So there you go, that is the DAF DLC for Euro Truck Simulator 2, the official DAF DLC available to purchase inside of Steam. And hope you enjoyed that overview, guys. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. Until next time, take care. Happy trucking!